Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to the Fangoria Movie Challenge. Now, this is a segment, of course, I do with my good friend Joe the Horrorman, where we are not only going to watch all 101 Fangoria movies that you should have seen, but we're going to review them as well. Today, we get into some of my territory, which is the Beyond. I love Italian horror, always have. Now, The Beyond is a 1981 film which runs approximately 87 minutes, and is directed by the late great Lucio Fulci. He died on March 13th, 1996, at the age of 68. He was responsible for Zombie, Murder Rock, and Manhattan Baby, among many, many, many others. Now, this stars Katrina McCall as Liza Merrill. She was in Horsehead, The Love Punch, and St. Ange. This also stars David Warbeck as Dr. John McCabe. He passed away on June 23rd, 1997, at the age of 55. He was responsible for Sudden Fury, Razorblade Smile, and Fatal Frames. And Cynthia Monriac as Emily. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not, though. She was in Crucified, Dark Signal, and Under the Skin. Now, this had a budget of $400,000, but only grossed $123,343 worldwide. And this is the second part in the Gates of Hell trilogy. The first part is, I believe, City of the Living Dead. Second part, of course, is this, The Beyond. And the third part is House by the Cemetery. I could have the first and third mixed up. Yeah. But it's one of my favorite trilogies of all time. And I do love The Beyond. I'll get into a very brief plot synopsis because this doesn't have much plot in my opinion. You have a hotel in 1927 in Louisiana where a bunch of bad stuff happened. Come to find out, the hotel is built on one of the 7 gates of hell. And Christina McCall, I believe. Let's see, I just said that name. It is Katrina McCall, has inherited this hotel and wants to open it back up. But of course, like I said, this is built on one of the 7 gates of hell. That's basically the plot in a nutshell. Of course, bad things start to happen and you have your movie. I love this film. I think this has probably the weakest plot of the 3 of the Gates of Hell films, but I do love this film. I would say this would test your love for Italian film, because like I said, this has a weak plot and this has a lot of stuff in it that kind of just happens randomly, that doesn't really make any sense or drive the plot further. It's meant to scare and disgust at the same time. Now, because this doesn't have a big plot, I'm going to go over this Grindhouse release for you guys. After watching it last night, it was probably the first time I watched it since I bought it back when it first came out, and it's probably been 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. The transfer in this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I had the original 7 Doors to Hell, and apparently that's cut because I talked to Joe about it. This comes with a plethora of stuff. Here's the inside liner notes. This comes with a book. It's not a big book, but it works. It comes with the feature, and this also has some special features on it, but then it comes with a whole second disc of extras. Grindhouse is one of my favorite companies. They do fantastic work on their releases. This might have been my first. It was either this or Cannibal Holocaust. I can't remember. But I've had them both so long that, yeah. The greatest thing about this is it comes with the soundtrack. That was, of course, a selling point for me back when this first came out. And this is Goblin, of course, and I love Goblin. So having this soundtrack is just amazing. So, but anyway, I'm going to pair this up. Actually, my favorite Fulci movie is House by the Cemetery, but I wanted to go with something that was a little bit more unappreciated and a little less known. So I went with Murder Rock, aka Dancing Death. Now, I did review this for Slashback, so if you want to check out my review of this, definitely check out my Slashback review. I'll put it in the description box if I remember. But this is a fun movie. It tends to get a little bit of hate because of its cheesiness, but that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. This movie is 80s to the T, and I love the murder weapon. You'd have to see it to kind of appreciate it, but it's really cool. But yeah, don't forget to watch Joe's review of The Beyond, one of my favorite films, of course. I love Italian cinema. Check out The Beyond. It's a really good film. Like I said, I love House by the Cemetery more, but definitely check out The Beyond. It's a fun movie, and I think you guys will like it. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.